Hey, happy Thursday. Just gonna wait for my folks to come on in. Let's see. Hello, hello. Hey, Miss Celestine. How you doing? So y'all will have to tell me if the audio is okay. What I don't want to do is have all of that noise. I promise y'all I cannot tell y'all what was happening on Tuesday. I have no idea why the audio sounded like that. I have no idea. But y'all come on in. Welcome to Conversations with the Shondas. And tonight we're going to talk about triggers. So do me a favor and share with your friends. Share with your folks. Hey, Zoe. Hey, Keela. We're going to finish the conversation about triggers. And while we're waiting for my partner to come on, and also while we're waiting for some more people to join us, I want you guys to put in the comments some of your triggers. And let me say this. Let me preface all of this by saying we recognize and realize that, especially in a public space, in a public forum, that when you are advertising, so to speak, your triggers, that can make you a little bit more vulnerable. So I understand that, it is definitely possible to be afraid to tell people what your triggers are. But it's really an exercise for us to understand and feel, for us to identify our triggers. So make sure that, hey Nellie, so make sure that you are, if you yourself are aware of your triggers, then for sure that'll at least make you aware of it so that you can start to work to and through the process of pushing past triggers, because really that's what it needs to be about. There's always going to be something in the world that triggers us. There's no way for us to 100% avoid our triggers, right? We are going to be like, it's just like, being an alcoholic. If you are sober and you decide that you're going to, be outside of your house, you're gonna pass restaurants, you're gonna pass bars, you're gonna pass, places where they serve alcohol, and that's a temptation for you. So, hey, Miss Brown. So, and there's nothing you can do about what other people do. There's nothing, like if you're an alcoholic and you cannot, and you're outside in the world, you can't go to a bar and tell them to stop serving alcohol. You can't go to a restaurant and tell them to stop serving alcohol. You can't go to an event space and say, hey, I'm an alcoholic and y'all are triggering me, so y'all need to stop serving this alcohol. Or if you're somebody who, smokes and you're around, it's just like being at this is the holiday season. We're getting ready to be around family. Y'all know, for some of us, family might be triggers, right? Certain things that families do, talking loud, being disrespectful, not respecting boundaries, things like that, that absolutely families can do, and that can, be triggering for us. And, especially if you love your family, you want to be around your family, you may have to take some mental notes yourself about things that trigger you. And when you know those things trigger you, no one is saying, oh, I can't ever go around my family members because they trigger me, because they're always doing stuff that I don't like. They smoking, they drinking, they talking loud, they, playing cards, they gambling, whatever it is. You're always going to run in those situations. So what your job, I think, or what we are all tasked with, is figuring out how to navigate the world, a world with triggers. And really, I think the message really is controlling yourself, right? Because you can control your environment up to a certain point. You can stay away from people. You can stay in your house. You can isolate yourself. But really, is that what we all want to be doing as social beings? Do we want to be isolating ourselves from people just so they don't trigger us? We can. Is that healthy? Probably not. So a better tool would be to figure out how to set up boundaries and, identifying when maybe possibly your boundaries are crossed, and or working through those. Now, that's not to say that you put yourself in a situation because you're trying to be around family and somebody triggers you and you're just supposed to be like, oh, well, I'm just going to ignore it. I'm not going to, right. I'm just going to sit over here even though they are doing stuff that's triggering for me. Okay, hold on, y'all. I'm trying to see where my partner at. Rashonda, if you're on here, I can't. You have to send me send me a request. Okay, Miss Celestine, but you do not have to drink because the bar serves liquor. Just don't go to the bar where liquor is served. Right. Which, for that circumstance, absolutely you can. In that circumstance, you can absolutely, avoid that particular trigger. But what if a trigger for you is a person, and that person is a family member, right? And you don't want to stay, and they come and your family has an event. You don't want to necessarily stay away from your other family members. Like, you want to be able to see your family members, maybe not that one particular one that continues to trigger you. Like, they see you and they are just irked by your mere existence. Y'all make sure you keep sharing the video. Rashonda will be on soon. Make sure you're tagging people in. I see a few people on. Make sure you're sharing the video, liking the video, as well as inviting other people to come and join us. Like, I really want to have a conversation. I want you guys that are in here to put in the comments what are some of your triggers, and we're going to talk about all of your triggers. This is the part 2 of the conversation that we were having on Tuesday. Rashonda's running a little late, so continue to tag your folks into the comments. So let's put some of your triggers. And I got this one scenario that we're going to talk about tonight. We're going to really dive into it because I want to know from you guys if you suffer, if you are triggered by this as well. We talked about a lot of different triggers on Tuesday, right? We talked about, um, let's see, what were some of the, oh, we talked about, like Rashonda was saying, one of hers is being called stupid. Um, One of mine is being treated like I'm stupid. Um, Another one of mine is being called lazy. Uh, there's so many things. Okay, I think my partner is here. Hey, Dr. Chanel, how you doing? Okay, I think it's trying to add Rashonda now. You guys make sure that you are sharing the broadcast. Hey, girl,
Hey,
hey.
girl, hey.
How you doing?
Girl, the time just fly right on by me. I was on a call and I was like, oh my God, it's 7:40 something. Let me get off.
Listen, no, I was in here trying to allow myself to relax. I already told you guys, like the house is hit with the bug, and I was like, okay, I done worked, let my body relax until it's time for me. I woke up in just enough time to get on here to post, hey guys, it's 7:30 tonight. Remember that. So, well, good to see you. Glad to see you.
Yes, it's good to be here.
We are in basically Operation Get Out of Town mode
Well,
because
all right.
my brother-in-law is getting married on Saturday, so we got to do all the things.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, safe travels to you all and congratulations to the new married couple.
Yes. Thank you. I will definitely pass along those sentiments. Um, she'll be the newest Mrs. Stevens we will have here shortly. Um, so I'm off tomorrow, and I'll be, like I said, doing all the things. So I'm glad you on. I was just kind of reminding folks on what we talked about on Tuesday. The topic of discussion for tonight is triggers,
Yes.
and this is part two. And we were talking about on Tuesday some of our own triggers. And I remember you saying that one of yours is being called stupid. One of mine is being called lazy. Another one of mine is being treated like I'm stupid. Um, there's so many triggers. But late in our discussion on Tuesday, Rashonda, I wanted to talk about this one trigger of mine, and I want to know if it's a trigger of anybody else's, because I feel like this particular scenario is one of those ones that a lot of people, because I've had a discussion with some family members, I've had a discussion with some coworkers, I've had a discussion with a lot of women, but I really, y'all, if you got some male friends on Facebook, I want you guys to tag them in, tag some of the men in, please tag them in. I know we haven't had a lot of male participation. They've actually been coming in and commenting and things like that, but I want y'all to tag some of the men because I really want to hear from a man tonight as far as like some of their triggers and some and how they respond to certain triggers or when they are triggering women if we can. So let me see. I wish Dr. Ryan would come on.
Did you tag
Your
him?
your cut. Let me see. I'm looking now.
I'll tag him.
Okay. And for those of you who are on now, while we are Did we? Oh, Rashonda, girl, we done lost you. Let me see. Tag some of the men, y'all. I want to hear. I want to really hear from the men because I want to know, especially in this football season that we're in right now, what are some of the men's triggers and how do we react to when we trigger our men? I want to hear from the men when they feel like their spouses are being triggered, like what are some of the tools that they utilize for that as well. So please tag, share in some of y'all's groups, share in on some of your other pages, um, reshare the live, post the live so that some people can join us. And we're talking about triggers. We want to hear from the men. We want to hear from you ladies. Definitely post in the comments. Did anybody post in the comments what some of their triggers were? Let's wait till we get Rashonda back on, and I want to give this scenario. Okay, Miss Celestine. Mm, I'm gonna wait till Rashonda get on, Miss Celestine, because that's probably one of mine too. That's one of mine too, Miss Celestine. Let me see who else. Did anybody else post their trigger in the comments? And what I was saying before, so many people. I'm great, Dr. Shanette. Thank you for joining us and tagging some folks in there. I want y'all to post in the comments what some of your triggers are. Let's see. We lost Rashawn for a second. Okay, there goes Keela. What's some of your triggers? What's some of your triggers? Listen, and I know, a lot of us there we react differently to different triggers and things like that. So Dave, what's one of your triggers? Hmm? You don't got no triggers? Well, a trigger, so something that like when somebody does it, it just like sets you off. It gets your blood pressure running. It makes you angry. It makes you want to fight. It makes you want to, knock some blocks off. Ooh, being lied to, lied on, and belittled. Miss Dr. Shanette says, playing on my intelligence. Listen, we were talking about that on Tuesday. I go outside and I see the sky's blue. You tell me the sky's red or orange, and I'm sitting here looking at the sky blue, but you're trying to make me. Okay, there she go. Let's see. All right. I'm trying to add you back now, Rashonda. What's one of your triggers? Do you know what your triggers are? Huh? Huh? Oh, okay. Be safe. All
My
right.
phone died. Sorry. I don't know why I even got on my phone. I was supposed to get on my tablet.
It's all right. Listen, I had 20%. I had to plug it up real quick. You can't hear? Can y'all hear? Can y'all still hear me?
I can hear you now. It
Okay.
was my volume. I'm sorry.
Okay. All right. I can hear you. You said your phone went dead. Listen, I asked my husband what is a trigger of his, and he said being yelled at.
I asked Mark why I was listening to you. I asked Mark why he was passing through just a minute ago. I said, baby, what's some of your triggers? He was like, I don't know. It could be anything. It could be, and so he got a vast of them. And if I had to answer, my mouth is probably one of them.
Listen, probably, as married women, our mouths is probably one of our spouse's triggers. Like, because
Yeah, I'm pretty
that
sure of it.
that's the thing about being in an intimate relationship or romantic relationship is that you know the things to trigger your spouse. You know the things that get up under their skin. And it don't take
Yeah,
long to figure those things out. So, one of the things we're tasked with as married folk or just people in romantic relationships is that we have to be mindful of that. Are we intending to trigger people? Or are we, like you always say, or what you always talk about, are we seeking to resolve matters? Oh, look at my sister. Hey, Lou. We talking about triggers tonight. Okay, it's conversations with the Shondas. I'm LaShonda,
and I'm Rashonda.
and tonight's topic is triggers. This is the part 2 scenario. So I'm gonna set the
Yep,
scene. I'm gonna set the scene, Rashonda, and I want you to tell me, please, because I want to know if that little girl shows up for you in the way that little girl shows up for me in a certain scenario, okay?
sure.
All right, so I'm gonna set the scene. So y'all know it's fall, winter. What we in now? This is probably we're getting into the winter section. So it's football season, right? So you got Sunday football, you got Monday night football. It
Thursday
darn near
night.
it darn near feels Thursday night football. It darn near feels like every night there's some kind of football game, whether it's the NFL or whether it is college or whatever, right? So let's say it's a Sunday, right? And uh, your partner is watching. Shani-
Sis, I'm trying to keep it together.
Listen, because we kind of sort of talked about it a little bit, and we was about to get into it on Tuesday, but we didn't. We was like, no, we'll be on here another 2 hours if we do it on Tuesday. So we was
Yeah.
like, no, we got to talk about it today. All right, let me finish setting up a scenario. It's Sunday. The game is on, and your partner is watching the game. Now, I know some of you guys, your day to clean up is Saturday, right? You wake up on a Saturday morning, you're doing all the things, washing clothes, doing laundry, all of that stuff, right? Like cleaning the house, cooking and things like that. I'm the opposite because I have a business as well as I work full time on somebody's job. So Saturdays, I want to kind of unwind, from the day. I want to relax, rest. Sundays is my day to like ramp up to do all the things for the week. Like I want to, if I'm doing meal prep, I want to set that up. If I'm cooking, I'm going to do it early. I'm cleaning, I'm doing all the things. For me, and you can speak to if this is something for you as well, Rashonda. For me, I get up early on a Sunday. I'm talking about 6, 7 o'clock. I'm up milling around in the house doing the things. When I am up cleaning and I am the only person cleaning, right? Because my husband watching the game, my daughter in there on YouTube or whatever.
I get super annoyed. I feel like I'm triggered because I'm sitting here like, if I'm up cleaning, y'all need to be up cleaning too. And I sort of get an attitude like, get up, do something. You see me in here chopping up this cabbage. You see me up in here shredding cheese. You see me up in here, you know, stirring up some things. I'm going to need you to get up and do something, even if it's just you putting a load of laundry in the you know what, in the washing machine. When that stop, put it in the dryer. When that stop, fold them up and put another. You know what I mean? Like keep something going on so that I
Right.
don't feel like I'm the only person. Shanika said, "No, ma'am." Okay, so are you that way? Do you feel like when you're cleaning, Rashonda, honestly, do you feel like other people need to be cleaning when you're cleaning?
Honestly, no. But I will say I grew up like that. I grew up like that. My grandmother was like a drill sergeant. You know, I had to make sure that my bed was made before I went to school. You know, we had daily chores. There was no such thing as a day that we didn't have chores. We had chores daily. And my grandmother had this like really big mirror ensemble in her living room that sat behind one of her couches, and it was from one side of the wall to the other, and they were all little square mirrors, and they were all connected together. So it was about 30 or 40 of them all across the wall, and that was my responsibility to keep clean. And that the front door, you know, making sure that the furniture was dust down, and we had to vacuum daily. My beds had to be made. My brother used to try to shortcut because a lot of times my grandma wouldn't let us go out for chores until our, you know, our housework was done. And my brother, he was smart because I'm like, why is it that it's taking me 2 to 3 hours to clean my room thoroughly? And I'm talking fold my clothes in my drawers, like, you know, get everything in its proper place in my closet. And 30 minutes later, my brother is done. I'm like, what is this dude doing? And one day, my grandmother,
Tell me, tell me,
oh
tell
my
me.
God, she went in his room, and it appeared to be spick and span. Like, it appeared, baby,
What did
she
he?
opened up that closet. She opened up that closet. Everything came tumbling out the closet, and I was like, "Oh my God, that's what he was doing." Dude was just throwing stuff in the closet just to present the room to look clean, but dude ain't clean, you know. And you know, because I was the oldest, I think a lot of responsibility was placed on me for cleanliness,
Yeah.
and it just became second nature to me. And my grandmother was like real life, like a drill sergeant. And I used to find myself doing the same thing, and probably still do sometimes to my kids. But my husband brought some organization to that, like in a big way, because he's ex-military. So he's very, very structured,
Yeah.
um, and very meticulous, if you will.
Yeah.
And so it put a demand back on who I used to be. You know what I'm saying? Not that I've ever necessarily been nasty, but, and I've always had trouble with organization. Like I can be clean, but, you know, I might have a ton of papers on my work desk, and I got to go through 50 papers before I find the one I need. Like I'm
Yeah.
still working on that. So that's like at the top of my priority list for 2023. I can never go any longer without organization, but I don't feel that way now, because for the most part we've attempted to delegate house chores, so everybody might not be on the same rhythm. You know, I don't wash clothes for the house. That's something that my husband prefers to do. He has demanded that I don't wash clothes, so because of that I don't wash clothes. And you know, that can sometimes create a problem too, because there are days where we need stuff and like, okay, I gotta go watch something because, you know, we might be out of this, we might be out of that. And the kids, you know, one of them might clean their room on Monday, the other one might not clean their room till Thursday, you know, but as long as it's getting done, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I've got myself out of the routine of making everybody move when I move or do what I do. There are days when nobody in the house does anything but me. But there may be a day where I'm rest and relaxation or taking time out with the girls or just spending time to myself. And my children and my husband, we got teamwork. So you know, I used to struggle with that and I used to stress about that. But if I'm asking for teamwork, I can't be putting a demand on when it get done. I just want it to get done timely.
Yeah. Listen,
Sorry.
here is the, you know, we always talk about how there are double standards when it comes to, a lot of double standards when it comes to men versus women, right? So like, you know, a lot of people would say women can't do what men do, right? There's a double standard when it comes to certain things, you know, being promiscuous and all of that. For me, it's definitely a double standard when it comes to like cleaning, because when I'm doing it, I expect for the house to be doing it. And I what Shaniqua put in there, she's like, you know, on Sunday you got to pick another day because they, you know, they be watching the games and stuff like that. And for
Yeah, that's
some,
the wrong day for cleaning. Like, pick a Saturday. Do it on a
I
Friday
cannot
night.
do it on a Saturday. Is what that's why I set the scene up. I work and I have a business that I got to do. I'm on Zoom calls. I'm on all these things Monday through Friday. I cannot, and of course, like you said, you have certain things that you do, like on a day-to-day basis. You know, it's 3 people in my household. It ain't like I got a gang of people in here. So you're right. Like there are certain things you can do throughout the day on a daily basis, Monday through Friday, to keep your house clean so that it doesn't need to be deep cleaned every single day or even every single week. However, there are certain things that you just need, you got to touch it, because I'm telling you, the kitchen is one of those places where I feel like if it's not being wiped down, you know, at least on a daily basis, there are some things when you look on a Saturday, you be like, what? Why did
And
we
I'm gonna
do
be
that?
honest. I'm gonna be honest, and I'm gonna be transparent. I didn't grow up with a dishwasher, so
Oh, we done lost Rashonda. I think that's a good point, Shaniqua, to ask him to do it on his, yeah. And actually, oh my God, my partner, come on back, partner. What happened? Okay, let me try to get her back, y'all. But I think that's a great point, Shaniqua, is saying ask him to do it on a different day. Here's the thing. I don't want y'all to believe for 1 second or think for 1 second that my husband don't clean, because he does. He's probably, you know, more of a neat freak than I am. I have self-diagnosed ADHD, and I'm even discovering some other things with my personality that I shall not share in this form, but um that, you know, I need certain things structured. And that's why I pick certain days to do certain things for myself. And I'll sometimes even get in a season where I want to be doing this, and this Monday through Friday. And then I might switch it and be like, oh, I'm going to do it on the weekend. But I think that's a great point to say, okay, if you're someone who likes to clean on a Sunday, then ask your partner to clean on another day if that day doesn't work for them. I'm girl, Shaniqua, I'm telling you, Big Mac. Let me tell you, and it makes me feel bad because I'm like, I don't want to be up acting like a mad banshee, you know, on a Sunday, the Lord's day of rest, right? Like, you know, people always say, well, even the Lord rested on Sunday. Not Shonda, because we got school. that we got to prepare for, right? So I got to make sure all of her uniforms get washed and cleaned. I got to, make sure that if I'm meal prepping, that I'm doing some things to, you know, put towards that. My kid takes lunch to school. She takes food to school because you know, she ain't getting the school lunch or whatever. So we gotta do the things. I gotta make sure it's snacks in the house so that she can have something to put together for her lunch. I gotta cook. And I'm a person, because it's only 3 people in my household, I don't like cooking every day. Matter of fact, I prefer to cook big meals so that it lasts several days. I'm doing all of that. I might start on a Saturday evening or a Saturday night, like maybe I'll, make some rice or something. Maybe I'll get the beans ready or whatever. But then, hey Amanda, but then, Sunday is when I'm really like doing the most. Okay, hold on. I just saw. Why I keep losing your message? Oh, who is that? Is that Miss Celestine or Miss Terry? I'm trying to expand the entire map. That's Miss Celestine. Okay. So Miss Celestine says, I know you're okay, hold on, let me bring Rashonda back. I think I see her now. There you go.
I don't know what that was about.
Yeah. Looking at what Shaniqua said, Rashonda. So I was talking about how, I got all these things that I'm doing during the week. So the day that I really focus on cleaning for me is a Sunday, because Saturday is my day to relax, because I'm detoxing from the week. I'm resting from the week. And so I don't want to go into the weekend like exhausted. I'm too exhausted to do anything on a Saturday, right? So I
What
usually
time do you go to bed at night? Do you stay up a little later at night to try to do some stuff?
sometimes I do, but there can be in a week's time, there can be so many things that pile up, right?
For sure.
You know, you got a week's worth of towels. Even if everybody in my household is washing their own clothes, there's a week's worth of towels, because we all share towels and washcloths and things like that. But the refrigerator might need to be wiped down, and London has her chores that she does on a daily basis, but I'm talking about cleaning, like cleaning, because
Girl, girl.
yeah, yeah. So, but what Shaniqua had mentioned, she said that maybe it might be a good idea to have him clean on a different day, because Sunday be them days that they trying to do. And she even posted in there about she used to be big mad because she'd be up cleaning and cooking and doing all the things. And
Well, let's talk about that, because some women that may be watching may be like husband cleaning. Some women may feel like the man's position is not within the house. Well, we work in teamwork over here. I don't know what nobody else got going on over there. But some women feel like men shouldn't have to do house chores. So let's address it.
what are your thoughts?
I think that if we are operating as a team, we should be functioning as a team.
Yeah. And I think that people kind of one-sidedly use that mantra, right? So they bring traditional ideals into play when it comes to cooking and cleaning, but when it comes to working and providing, that whole thing goes out of the window. Because if we're talking about traditional, roles, especially gender roles, then if you're not expecting the man to cook and clean, then the woman shouldn't be working, right?
Oh
Right,
Lord.
right, right. That's right. So, but see, what happens is we try to apply the traditional ideas and principles to only one aspect of life, and that's not fair. Because if we're going to apply the traditional ideals and principles to a relationship, then you need to apply it all across the board. And that's where we fail. That's where we fail.
But it's all in. Shaniqua just said what I was getting ready to say. Since you all in my vein tonight, it all depends. I mean, and to me, there's no right or wrong because everybody runs their house differently, and everybody's principles are different. How people were raised is different, and it will all reflect in these aspects that we're discussing. One thing I will say, Mark and I have identified our strengths and our weaknesses.
That's what you have to do. That's so key. Like, I was just watching a podcast, we're trying not to cut you off, but it is irresponsible and not smart to say that I'm gonna take on this thing knowing full well that my partner is more capable than me of doing said thing, right? Now,
right.
You have to balance it because some of us overachievers, raise your hand if you're an overachiever, some of us overachievers know how to do a lot of things well. And that don't mean that we are responsible for all of those things that we know how to do well. You gotta balance it. You gotta, have a conversation. You gotta, make lists and things like that and agree and come to an agreement. However,
right.
So like let's say you're good with money. I don't think that just because I'm a woman that I'm supposed to be responsible for, paying, literally going on the website and paying the bills. Maybe that's something I can show you how to do if I know how to do it.
Well, here's the thing. I'll tell anybody that my husband is definitely better with money than I am. He's able to save money more than me. Sometimes when I need to trick myself out of money, that I don't want to, I'll say, hey, I need this to help, because I can count on him to be responsible and to hold me accountable for what I need to save, etc. He's definitely better with money. And so we've sat down, literally a conversation just to identify our strengths and our weaknesses. And he has no problem relinquishing rights in areas where I'm stronger. I have no problem relinquishing rights in areas where he's stronger. And in my opinion, it just helps the flow of the house to move better, because why am I going to struggle with something that I really don't understand or want to do, or even have the capacity or the bandwidth to do, and vice versa.
That's right. And Miss Celestine just said it. If a man can cook better than me, and he's going to be in that kitchen.
I actually got a friend like that. Her husband does most of the cooking, and he enjoys it.
Our friend Keisha, Michael is a chef. He's a whole chef.
I'm talking about Kim, though. Kim husband cooks too, so there are men that actually like to cook.
Yeah.
So
a lot of people, some of the best chefs in the world are men.
Absolutely.
Now for me, again, because my personality type, I watch on YouTube how people clean their houses, and I follow both men and women because certain men have good spatial awareness, and so they know how to keep things organized in a certain way.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
I like that, and so to only hold somebody responsible
down.
Yeah, to only hold somebody responsible for something, a traditional gender role, when they may be somebody who has something outside of that where they soar at, and you say, oh no, I'm gonna do that because I'm the woman, or no, I'm gonna do that because I'm the man. That's just not smart, especially for you. You gotta, like you said, you gotta speak with your person, and you come to an agreement, like, I'm strong in this and I like doing this. Hey, I might be strong in this, but I'm actually pretty exhausted because I got all these other tasks that I need to do. Maybe this is something that you can do. Maybe this is something you can learn to do. you know, and outside of gender roles. Okay, so
I'm sorry. Call Mark Mackay. Excuse me for a minute,
all right.
Shonda. Hello. What? It's in the WhatsApp, but I'll send it to you.
Yeah.
Okay.
The
I'm on
over
live, baby. I'll send it. I'm sorry. But you know,
That's right, Amanda. She said her baby washes the dishes and she takes the trash out. There you go.
and that's a flip role because normally men do the trash, so being able, I do the trash as well. So, but there's nothing in my house that I'm too above that, that I can't do.
Right.
Anything that my kids do, my husband do, I can do.
That's right.
And we all help each other. My husband washed the clothes. Like he does not want me to wash the clothes. So that's, have at it.
And that's an important thing to say. There's nothing in the house that I or my spouse can't do. Like there's
Right.
nothing in the house that that I can say, oh, I don't know how to do. I'm too good to do that. I can't do that. I can
No.
do it. I can do it. I
Right.
know how to do it. I'm an overachiever. I'm the eldest born. So I've been doing stuff all of my life for other people. I have been serving all of my life. So serving my household is nothing new to me. But one of the pitfalls of being an overachiever, one of the pitfalls of being the eldest daughter, one of the pitfalls of being someone who takes care of a lot of people and who's a giver is that you can get burnt out by
Quick.
trying to do too much and trying to do all the things all the time. I just recently saw a clip Michelle Obama was talking about. She said when she looks back over her relationship with Barack, she said that 50-50 basically is a myth. Like there is no such thing as 50-50 in a
100,
relationship.
100 over
But the
here.
thing about it is in different seasons of your marriage, different seasons of your life, different seasons of your relationship, somebody is always going to be doing more in one aspect, right? And so,
And there's nothing wrong with that.
right. Now, for me, because, I'm a long-term investor in my marriage, right? We 11 years into this thing. So what I used to do in year 3, 4, 5, is different now that I'm going to do in year 11. Because in the year 11, I'm getting red flags like, hey, I'm being burnt out. Hey, I'm real super tired. Hey,
You got more wisdom. You got
yeah.
more wisdom.
Hey, I'm 43. I can't be up for 16 hours straight like that. Like I need naps in the middle of the day. You understand
Right.
what I'm saying? So while it was cool for me to be cooking and cleaning and working and breastfeeding and watching the baby and being up every 2 hours, I can't do that like I used to do that. So that means that it's going to require in this season for maybe my spouse to step up in a certain way. And
well, I'm glad you brought that up because that happened in this last month for me, but we knew it was coming. Like I knew October was going to be a busy month for me. So we talked about it ahead of time. Hey, dinner might not be every night this month because
right.
I'm looking at the calendar and the way this calendar's set up, y'all might be on your own 2 nights out the week, 3 nights out the week. You know what I'm saying? But my husband and I had talked about this long before because he even had gotten busy and was on the road with his job. And, we had even mentally prepared each other because, especially when you're always with each other. And we had talked about the fact, hey, our life getting ready to go up a notch. We even had to get creative and plan date nights,
Yeah.
just to make time for us because our life was getting busy and he was, his schedule was getting unpredictable and mine was too. So, but again, I'm going back to what I always say, being intentional. So you feel like you're getting overwhelmed, but you just got to learn how to make the readjustments for whatever season you in your life. If you realize that this is a season where you honing in on your business more, and you're gonna be
Yeah.
out seeing clients after hours, and you can't get home and cook meal, maybe he could go pick up dinner.
Right.
Maybe y'all can, my kids know if there's a night and they see dinner ain't done by a certain time, they be like, Ma, we on our own tonight? Yeah, it's stuff in there that can microwave, etc. And I used to feel guilty about that. I did.
That's the thing. The
I
guilt.
used to feel guilty. I used to feel guilty about that, but I mean, let's keep it 100. To whom much is given, much is required. So if you know that an area of your life and you're trying to excel in one area, that other area might need to sacrifice for a little minute while this other area is cultivating. So, but don't. Now, I'm gonna be cautious when I say this, because you don't want to make your family suffer in the process, but just plan better. You know what I'm saying? Like, and even if your family do eat on their own tonight, don't have to feel guilty when you know that you're productive and you working and you doing whatever, whether it be the husband, whether it be the wife, whoever. But just like Shaniqua said earlier, don't beat yourself up. You got to give yourself grace, because we as women, we incubators, we counselors, we school teachers, we wives, we sisters, we aunties, we business women.
Yeah.
We going on somebody's corporate job. We wear so many hats.
Yeah. And that's why, and that's part of the reason why we're doing this, Rashonda. Well, of course, you know that. We want to let people know and let the cat out of the bag. Balance really is a myth. Balance is a myth. There is no 50-50. Sometimes, just like I was alluding to earlier, Michelle Obama's, clip recently going around, somebody's going to be doing 80, somebody's going to be doing 20, somebody's going to be doing 70, somebody's going to be doing 30, and it just depends on agreements. And yes, I think you hit the nail on the head when you were talking about, if you're trying to accomplish a goal in one aspect of your life, if you're trying to get that promotion in your workspace, in your business or whatever, then some other things are probably going to suffer. I think where we need to be cautious, because, sometimes putting your family on the back burner, or putting your family in second place to your career, or some of those other things, may sound in public like you don't care about your family,
Like a disadvantage.
Yes.
Right.
Or like a bad thing. You may feel like you're a bad mother and a bad wife if you're trying to soar, trying to build your business, if you're trying to, soar in your career, because you got goals. Because ultimately, the reason I want this money is because I want to be able to have some financial freedom. I want to be able to.
Not only that, I want to have some time freedom. So if I want, so if I want to homeschool my kids and we want to go to Africa for a month, we don't have nothing holding us back from doing it.
That's right. That's right.
So it may hurt a little bit now, but the reward is going to be great. The reward is going to be beneficial. So we might need to sacrifice for a minute for the end result to look like we need it to look.
Listen, that's so good. That's so good, because let's say, in order for me to get this promotion, I need to finish up my certifications in a certain thing, right? So, babe, let's get a 5-year plan, because I need to go back to school and I need to get this certification. I need to get this degree or whatever it is, so that I can get this promotion, so that I can make this dollar amount here, so that we can qualify for the house or qualify for whatever it is that we're trying to do, buy this multi-unit or buy this land or whatever, so we can build this thing we're trying to build, right? So this 5-year plan, it's going to look ugly. It's going to look real bad, because I'm not going to be here to cook every night. I'm not going to be here to make sure you got, your work clothes is ironed and your work clothes is clean and your.
But see, stop right there. I got to stop right there, because while you talking, I'm getting a download, because in the same breath of that, you and your husband or you and your wife could have the understanding, but they can make one false move and have the wrong conversation, with the right person, or I should say the wrong person, and all they hear is, oh, she ain't cooking for you?
Oh, you mean to tell me your wife ain't made sure you had a hot meal tonight? Oh, you mean to tell me? Now that's a trigger. You minded my
That's a
business.
big trigger.
That's a look. I didn't stand up now. That's a trigger for me because I done told y'all to stay out my marriage. That's a big trigger for me. Oh, your wife ain't got time.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I know we stepping on some toes tonight now.
Your wife ain't got time to make sure your daughter get her hair braided. Your wife ain't got time. Your wife ain't got time to make sure that everything taken care of while she out there going to school. She ain't making no money because she going to school.
All they heard was she ain't cook or she ain't clean. That's all they caught. They don't care nothing about the plan of action for retiring your husband or your wife early by working over now to make better ends meet or whatever. All they caught was the negative connotation that gonna smear campaign you from the riddle to the tip.
Rashonda, let's tell the truth about it. The truth of the matter is, a lot of people only want women serving. A lot of people only want women serving. And there's nothing wrong with serving. I've been serving. Always, I'm a server. I'm at your service, right? But that's not the only thing that I do. That's not the only thing that I do.
I want to bring somebody in. This thing getting real good. I feel a notch going up right now because let's see. Who on here?
I think we need to
bring Dr. Bone.
I think we need to bring Shaniqua in. Is Shaniqua?
Bring Shaniqua and then bring Dr. Bone.
Let me see. Okay, I can't see. It's not like send me a request, Shaniqua, if you still on. Anybody that want to jump on and put their 2 cents in on it.
Yeah, we want to hear from y'all tonight.
Send me a request to join the live. I want to read some of these comments too, because somebody was posting something and I wanted to get to it when you came back. This was before when you we lost you for a second. Let's see. Miss Celestine said, what if your spouse gets where he or she cannot do normal activities because of an injury? There would definitely have to be sacrifices. How much time would you take off to work to carry his load or her load? See, and that's a dynamic change. That's a shift change, right? Because when a family member, especially your spouse, your partner, and you guys have these the agreements, and they are no longer able to fulfill their agreements as far as, you know, the physical things, right? Or even it could be the emotional things, because sometimes our spouses become mentally incapacitated, right? Like we all have been through that,
right.
Suffer brain injuries and things like that. So the person that you married when you were 20 ain't gonna be the person that you marry it's not gonna be the person that you have in your marriage at 65 or something. You know what I mean? So
right.
In that dynamic change, in my opinion, you still have to, I think, you have to utilize your resources, you know? So
absolutely,
whatever that means. And there is no, and in all of these things, y'all, we want to make sure that you understand there are no right or wrong answers.
Right.
Whatever tools, whatever resources works for you and your family, utilize that. Don't think that because this works for LaShonda or Rushonda, that's the way that your house or your situation needs to be worked out. There is some other thing out there that, you know, there are not just good and bad choices. There is all of the gray. And find the gray and find that works for you and your family. But for me, yes, I would probably, if it was my spouse, I probably would, depending on what season I am in my business, what season I am in my workplace, I would probably have to stop working. But I would also probably have to get some help, because I know secondhand, because my mother took care of my grandmother before she passed, that being a caretaker is an overwhelming, all day, 24-hour, 365 days a year investment. Not even an
Facts.
investment. It's just a whole, like it's a whole other thing. And you can real life, almost destroy yourself taking care of other people. And
It's true.
And I know this because this almost happened to my mom. After my grandmother passed in 2020, my uncle passed in 2020, my mom was in the hospital for 9 days, So it is a very stressful, time-consuming, and overwhelming task. So for me, I would get some help because I know that I couldn't possibly do it, especially with the kid, especially with, other responsibilities. I would have to get other help too.
I promise you, you would, because I was at a place where I was caring for my grandfather when he was in stage renal with 3 kids,
Yep.
And going through cancer.
And let's release somebody tonight too, Rashonda. Let's release somebody of the notion that you have to, as a woman, as a, even an eldest daughter or whoever, that you have to do it all by yourself. Like, don't let anybody make you feel bad for having to get help. Like, I don't judge people who put their family members in homes, in nursing homes, in, assisted living facilities and all. I don't judge that because
Right.
everybody be going through things. You know what I mean?
And you don't know if they got the bandwidth to take care of their family.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Some people, it's a daunting task. It's wear and tear on your mental. It's wear and tear on your body. If your family member may be a paraplegic or they have they're non-ambulatory, so they can't even lift and walk on their own, and you got to help them with their gait. I mean, it's just, it could be a lot. It could definitely be a lot, and everybody just don't have that bandwidth, especially if you got young kids for yourself or your work situation might not allow you to be a caregiver, and you might be forced to put your loved one in a home. But don't beat yourself up about it, because I can guarantee you, if you needed to go and do something and you couldn't find no family member to do it. Now, they do have like respite care and stuff like that. I have a friend that have a home health agency. I don't know if she provides like, is it called respite care? I think it's called respite care. Is it called respite care, Shonda? Where you get like, it's not like hospice, but say for instance, a caregiver needs a break while they are, maybe let's say they're going out of town and it needs somebody to care for their loved ones. I think it's called respite care. I'm not sure. Do you know?
I'm looking it up.
I don't know why I'm thinking respite care.
Yeah, it says providing in the home. What is the purpose of respite care? Short-term relief for primary caregivers. Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, you can utilize those services, and you could call different caseworkers and things of that nature that could put you in with a respite care provider. So somebody that, and I don't know where that came from, but that might have helped somebody. You might be a caregiver and you might want to go out of town for a weekend, or you just might need a break.
Yeah.
Utilize those services.
Hey, Carrie. And that's what Dr. Shanette, she gave you amen. Yes. And that's a trigger of mine too. If we take it back to triggers,
right?
Being overly judgmental of people's choices, right? As far as taking care of their family members,
right?
Like people who they not willing or they don't have anything to help as far as finances or time or anything like that to give towards helping a family member in a situation, but they sitting around judging the other family member if they have to make the decision to put a family member in a nursing home or get some help coming 2-3 days out of the week. That right there is a trigger of mine, because what I want to be doing is telling you off, because you ain't got nothing to offer. You ain't over here spending no money on nothing that's going on in the house. You don't have no time.
All you doing is this.
Yes, you got all the mouth in the world talking about, well, you should have did this, you should have did that. Okay.
Well, where when I needed your help.
Where were you? Where were you? Come on down here and help then. If you got so much mouth, you understand so many things. Like, send some funds. Send me the money. You know, where the money? You know, if you ain't got no time, send the money. But that right there listen. We gonna at some point need to talk about how family members can trigger you. At some point, we're gonna have to talk about that.
Let's go and open the door.
What are some triggers from family members? What are some other triggers? We just named one, being overly judgmental of people's choices. What's the triggers for family members? Oh,
Thinking you the ATM. Thinking you the ATM. That's a trigger.
Ooh. Just because you see me in an almost new car, don't mean that I got the money, because the money might be going in that new car. I just needed something reliable to get me to and fro. Oh, you see what Dr. Shanette said? Lord.
Bring her on. Please bring her on. My spirit telling me she got something to say.
Dr. Shanette.
Oh.
Let me see.
Oh, I got a feeling she got something to say. Come on, Dr. Shanette. Walk on up in here heavy tonight talking about this.
What are your family triggers? What are some triggers, or how have you been triggered by family members? If y'all put it in the comments, make sure y'all keep liking the live. Make sure you share it with your people. Oh, there she goes!
Hey, y'all.
Hey,
Dr. Shanette, how you doing?
Oh, baby. Oh, I'm making it. Hey, I'm blessed and highly favored. I'm sitting in my room on my stool, y'all. So, hey, excuse me.
Thank you so much for coming on. Listen, I see you posting in the comments. What do you have to say on any manner of what we were talking about? We're talking about triggers. We're talking about family members triggering you. We're talking about just, you know, all the things in relation to being triggered and everything. What do you have to say about that?
Well, you know, being triggered comes with a lot, because when you're walking with God, guess what? It ain't easy, because when people know you're a blessed woman, a blessed man of God, they're gonna always resort back to the old you. They think you know, because you changed, won't think you better. Well, yeah, I'm better than I was yesterday, and I'm better than I was last month and last week. So yeah, you know what I'm saying? I don't think I'm better. You think I'm better. You know what I'm saying? I know I want better. You understand? And then that jealous spirit is real high. That jealous spirit is something serious. I mean, this to family, friends, foes, saints, and ain'ts. You know what I'm saying? It's real. It's real. And the person have more than you and still jealous of you.
Ooh! They jealous of your spirit, Dr. Shanette.
Yes. You know what I'm saying? Because you confident in the man or woman of God that you are, they jealous of that. And they also jealous of when other people love you. You know what I'm saying? They can have everything yours and they still.
I'm about to kick this laptop.
You understand? You know.
Dr. Shanette, you don't even know that you walking in some territory that we was just talking about. Rashonda and I was
all in business.
We was just having a private conversation about how people will be mad, like real life mad, because you are who you are and people respect you and people look up to you, and because you can be in any platform and talk the way you talk, and you confident, and people be like real life mad about that.
They'll say, oh, she thinks she all that. Y'all don't know. I've been from the crack house to the whole house to the White House. You know what I'm saying? I've been through the fire. Like, everything I talk about is real. Like, I almost died last year. You hear me? You know what I'm saying? 2018, I've been in near-death experience. You know what I'm saying? Ooh. People just don't understand who they really looking at. And so I don't take my life for granted. I don't take other people's life for granted. Male, woman, girl, or boy, I don't care, because I literally survived broken pieces. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I'm not jealous of another woman setting her platform, her this, because guess what? I believe in collaborating and not hating.
That's collaborating and not hating.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I told him.
Y'all put that in the comments. Hashtag collaborating and not hating. I'm gonna need
Mm.
y'all to post that and credit Dr. Shanette about that. Cause listen, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Like if somebody's doing something that you admire or that you're inspired by, you know, let them know, hey, you know what? Hey, sis, I really like the way that you did that. I really like the way that you said that. I really like the way that you carry yourself. I really like the way that you got this going on. You know, I just want you to know that you inspire me. I just want you to know that what you did, what you said, how you do, all of that just takes me to a certain place. So please, you know, if you would continue to do what you do, you know, even if they don't have the mind space or the bandwidth or whatever it is to pour into me or to mentor me, just continue to do, because I'm gonna keep watching you, sis. I'm gonna keep saying, you know, promoting what you got going on, because it inspires me, and if it can inspire me, it can inspire somebody else.
And it's okay.
But can we take a pause for the cause for this 1 minute? Can we just take a pause for the cause for this 1 minute? Dr. Smith, you said a whole lot just now. Like I can't let the conversation go but so far without unpacking what you have just laid on the table here. Now, you dropped some nuggets just now for the people. I don't know if they caught them. You know, I was picking up what you was putting down. I don't know if everybody else. And so, you know, you have to get yourself to a mind space that collaborating increases my net worth.
Ooh.
Because regardless of whether the collaboration makes a dime or not, I just have been introduced to your network.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
And when your network connects with my network and my network connects with your network, we are increasing our net worth.
Come on, come here. Come here.
So why would we not want to collaborate? Because ain't nobody in this season that's trying to make money and excel and thrive. We're not over here hating. We're over here trying to get to the bag.
That's right.
Literally, because guess what?
Literally,
your story may not be my story. Shonda's story may not be my story, but your story, but we all three got one. And all three of us can reach 3 different women at 3 different times. You understand what I'm saying? That's what
talk about it.
Come in. You understand? What I went through, you may not have went through. You know what I'm saying? Y'all are married women, so y'all didn't walk in the life of a married woman. Because I want to be married, I need to be connected to married women that can teach me. You know, I know I'm a wife when I'm found, but I still need to hang with people where I'm trying to go, not where I've been. I need to hang with people that where I'm trying to get to. My
God, today, you about to make me get up in here and shout.
But you know what?
Survival mode, I got that mastered. See, I need to go to the thriving mode. I need to get into some safe environments where I can flourish.
Say what now?
Huh?
Say what now? Say what now?
Surviving mode down. I mastered that. I need to get in some safe environments where I can flourish around some women that ain't jealous of my, you know, my $red lipstick. They don't know this lipstick don't cost no freaking dollar. But you know what I'm saying? But that's what I like. You see what I'm saying? I need to get intimidated that I walk in a room, we can walk in there together. I told you it's all about collaboration.
I'm about to feel God on this live. I'm trying to contain myself, y'all, but I'm Lord, help me, Jesus.
With the woman that's a millionaire, because her money don't intimidate my money. Because guess what? Eventually, I'm gonna become that. I can treat the janitor like I treat the CEO, because one day the janitor's gonna become the CEO. What I need to
you hang around 5 millionaires, you bound to be the 6 millionaire. Come on, somebody.
Look down on you for. Cause you had to clean floors to get to where you at. I didn't clean floors too. I didn't arrive this way overnight. I didn't get a doctor. You know what I'm saying? Overnight, I earned this mess. I earned every bit of it, and can't nobody take that away from me. You know?
That's right.
Glory to God.
And you know what else? And as married women, we can't look down on single women as well. If anything, we can be inspired by single women, and let them be a reminder of who we were, so that we can keep that thing fresh in our marriage. Like, I remember when I was a single woman, and I always kept a fresh do. I always made sure that I didn't walk out of the house looking at, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sometimes,
but you mess around and lose yourself in these marriages sometimes because you're so busy trying to prove and please everybody but yourself. And you can have a standalone dream for your life, even being a married woman.
Yes.
that's right.
You help,
That's right.
you help him to meet. See, we are the help meet. We're the incubators. We learned that, Shonda, a few years ago when we were first self-developing,
Yeah.
and we understand where our role is, but it does not take anything away from who we are and who we aspire to be.
That's right.
And,
That's right.
and I'll tell anybody, I ain't been married on paper, but I've been married in real life. You understand? Because see, I became a wife when I was found. You understand?
Come on.
It's one thing about being a wife is you one person, they one person, and you still trying to be individual to become one. But because there's assignment on my life and there's assignment on your life, we both can still have our assignment, and then we get together and team up, because teamwork makes the dream work. You know what I'm saying? So you got to make.
But the Bible says when the man finds the wife, so she is a wife before he even find her. So she should be operating in that manner even while he looking, and he need to be working before he come look for her, because he need to be working when he find her.
And that's what we got scripture messed up at.
Dr. Chanette, let me tell you something. I'm gonna use Rashonda's word. Something downloaded in me when you were talking. You were sitting there talking about, people coming in. People sometimes think that marriage is this, like, and then that you basically absolve into the situation. Marriage is just like a hand. Here's me and my personality. Here's my work life. Here's all of my characteristics and flaws, right? Here's my spouse. Here's who they are and their family history, right? Those are all individual things. But when we are together, look what we make. We make a powerful fist. A powerful fist, right?
Right.
That don't mean that I gotta cut off one of these things, like my dreams and my hope. That don't mean that I gotta cut off my professional life just because I'm a part of a situation. All of these things work good so that we can do this thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Come on. Come on.
Program. That's what people don't want to talk about. But we've been programmed to think we got to be bone to bone and flesh to flesh. We've been programmed to think 2 incomes better than 1. Well, it's really you need 5 sources of income, because guess what? I even told him yesterday, because I had to do an engagement yesterday, and I told him I believe in having 4 accounts. They said, "Why you believe in 4 accounts, Dr. Bone?" I said, because I need my own separate one. He need his own separate one. We need one for the bills, one for our livelihood.
Saving. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I believe in 4 separate accounts.
Yeah.
You know?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Disobedient and I'm out of order. It just means I'm operating from a spirit of excellence. You understand?
That's right.
Because
Come on.
if we put all the money in one pot and it get down, who we gonna turn to? You know what I'm saying? Because your spending habit may be worse than mine.
Come on. Come on.
So in order to take you out, all they got to do is go to one spot.
Go to one spot.
To take you
One
out.
spot.
That's it.
You can't take me out of one spot, because I didn't hit rock bottom before. So now that I hit rock bottom, I learned my lesson. Because see, either you're gonna learn a lesson or you're gonna figure out the blessing.
Ooh. Bars for days. Go ahead, Dr. B.
She's snatching edges tonight, honey.
Yes, ma'am.
And that's
okay.
That's what they mad about, because people don't even understand that you to walk through hell and you still can sustain yourself, even as a married woman or a single woman. We didn't literally walk through the fire, the clothes and everything, and we're still sustaining. And so family get mad. I'm piggybacking back off what we talking about, and family get mad at that because they know you've been through hell. They know you've been dropped, but they still don't keep your head above the water.
Yep. Because you know what? They counted you out, Dr.
Yeah, I know.
They counted you out. When you were going through that situation, when you were down and out, they say, oh, she ain't never going to get nothing. She ain't never going to have nothing. Look at where she at. She barely got her head above water. And then when you done climb yourself out of a situation and they see you still thriving and not just surviving, you thriving, then they be mad about that thing.
You know, last year I couldn't even walk. Last year I couldn't walk.
What?
Yeah. I came from the conference for Dr. T conference in Fort Lauderdale last year. So from June 28th to like December the 3rd, I couldn't even walk. I was walking on a walk. I couldn't walk, period, for like 15 days. I spent 15 days in the hospital. 10 of those days, I couldn't even talk or walk. You understand? So,
my God.
So I was engaged to be married. And when I couldn't walk last year, he walked out on me. You know what I'm saying? So people thought that I was going to stay at the bottom, but they didn't know it was so much fire in me after that disappointment, after that drop, because not only he left me, family left me, friends left me, but I needed that. Instead of it made me bitter, it made me better. They didn't know I was birthing my 5th child. Cause see, I got 4 kids, 28, 27, 21, 18. But I birthed my 5th baby. I birthed that podcast. I birthed that book. I wrote that book, 45 Days, Blood, Sweat, and Tears, 166 pages. So I birthed everything that was in me. See, they didn't understand. Hurting me was only blessing me even closer to God.
And listen, God needed to get those people out of your life because they wasn't nothing but distractions anyway.
Yeah, because see, a plane can't land on a messy runway. He said it's luncheon, baby.
Clear it.
Clear that runway.
Clear that runway.
See, the more people you try to take with you, the more it's gonna cost you. See, it's unclaimed.
Yes.
See, it's unclaimed baggage. You got all that unclaimed baggage. No.
Yes.
That cost you. Clear it.
And you better believe there are some people, some parasitic people that will cling to you because they know your light. They know that you are a white light. They know where you're going, and they just want to be a part of it. But see, what I love about the God that I serve is that he will always remove people, places, and things out of my life that don't serve me because of who I serve. Oh, my God.
Oh, God. Listen, are we trying to have church on here tonight? Because I'm trying to hold myself together. I promise you,
God heard the conversations about us when we went around, so that's why he had to remove some people. He heard the conversation.
Yes.
All them skinning and grinning and acting like they for they for Rashonda, they for LaShonda, they for Shanette, Dr. Brown, whoever you want to call me. You know, they knew you got to go. You got to go.
You got to go.
This woman's heart is pure. When she loves hard. There's no in between with me. I'm not lukewarm.
That's right.
Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord.
I'm genuine. My family, my friends, my foes. So if hurting me don't hurt you, then we got a problem.
Be careful.
I felt that in my soul.
Be careful of people who don't mind hurting you. You know, and I know we talking real good and everything, but you know, Beyonce got a song that say, "Don't hurt yourself." You know, when you out here trying to hurt me, you might actually end up hurting yourself because, you know, if you say you a part of me, if you say that, you know, we are one, if you say that I'm your family, I'm your sister, I'm your brother, I'm your child, you know what I mean? Don't hurt me because I promised you, if you stay connected and stay purely connected, right? Yeah. If you stay purely connected to me, then when I win, you gonna win.
We win. We win.
Yeah, you want to connect to people when they're rising, because when they rise, you gonna rise. We need 2 wings to rise up. You understand?
Yes.
You don't want people that's already soaring, because the people already soaring, they think they better than you anyway. So you want somebody that's at the ground level where y'all build a foundation and it ain't right.
I love that.
It ain't
talk about it.
You know what I'm saying?
I love that.
Too many of us are building foundations on rocky foundation and wonder why it's crumbling.
Listen.
Oh, God.
Gravity is a real thing.
It is.
Gravity is a real thing. You got to build it up right.
Build it up right. And build up the people and don't tear the people down, because you can't bless me and curse me with the same mouth.
Jesus Christ.
Me and curse me with the same mouth.
Jesus Christ, have mercy, Lord.
Are you gonna bless me or you gonna curse me? Which one you gonna do? Which one you gonna do?
Pick a side.
Pick a side and stay there.
And I want you to stay there.
But I can't.
And remember that you stayed there. Remember that you.
And remember you said that I wasn't gonna be nothing, so now I'm something. Remember that. Remember.
They said I wouldn't make it. Yo.
Come on,
But I'm
Shonda.
still holding on. I'm still holding on. It belong to me because I went back and got everything that you said that I couldn't have. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all gonna mess around. All jokes aside, I'm gonna mess around because y'all taking me like I feel like I'm right at the edge of the spirit, like really jumping up on me. And I'm gonna forget we on this. I'm gonna forget we on this live. Oh God, oh God. Listen, Dr. Shanette, you on fire tonight, girlfriend.
I mean, you know, when you got that burning desire in you, and you know real gender. See, I said yesterday on my live, and I said again, all skin folks ain't my kin folks, so I need kindred spirits meeting with me. I need kindred spirit. I don't care because we carry the same last name, the same color. No, I need real, genuine folks connecting to me because
that's right.
The where I'm going and where God is taking us, we need to be around pure women that's really want to elevate. And like I said, and stop this jealousy fear, stop this malice, deceit, strife. You know what I'm saying? I don't have time for jealous, tell women. I've been doing that for 44 years of my life. I'm not going I'm not going 4 more days, 4 more seconds with no jealous woman because I don't have a jealous spirit in my body.
Dr. Shanette, listen. I'm in Charlotte, North Carolina. You just hit something. Talking, you know,
my God.
People being pure of spirit. There is a whole situation of a young lady from Charlotte that was killed in Mexico.
Yes.
And she was with friends.
Hold on, y'all.
Hello.
I'm still talking. My daughter right me right quick. I got to answer her because just keep talking. I got it. Hold on 1 second.
Her friends and her went to Mexico. The mom found out that within 24 hours of her arriving in Mexico, she was dead. She had a
supposedly from alcohol poisoning, which was a whole lie.
Yes, that's what Mexico is saying, that it was alcohol poisoning. But when they got it back here, I think the autopsy said she had a broken neck. And what else was it? It was a broken neck. It was 2 things, something with her spinal cord.
Yeah. I wrote that on my Facebook page and I talked about that. But see, this is what I'm saying. Those people show signs of jealousy. She just didn't let her discernment, you know what I'm saying, take over. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's right. Yeah. Shanquella Robinson, I believe.
Robinson. Yeah.
That's her name. And that's why we really have to do some detoxing of our relationship.
Show signs, because see, one thing about it is we ignore the flags because it's in any type of relationship in the beginning. We want to be, you know, in a relationship so bad, in a friendship so bad, so we accept in and everything, but we see the signs, we see the flags. So those people just did not show her that day. They didn't show her some more days. Because see, this is what I tell people: be careful of the people that's always saying your little conference or your little this, because see, that's a hater. You understand?
Your little business. Yeah, you still doing your little business.
How your little boyfriend? How you and your little boyfriend doing, or whatever? That's a hater. You understand?
That's right. Yeah.
That's a hater.
You still doing that little thing you used to do?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You still staying in that little house?
You know,
over there.
And people make you think that your assignment ain't big enough, like their assignment bigger than yours. You know what I'm saying? You got to be careful of them type of people because they got some hate in them. You know,
there you go.
And I said it. I said on my live, I said today, I said on my podcast, you know, jealous and envy is just like a bottle of cologne or perfume. All you need is one spray and it'll fumigate the whole room.
Ooh.
Yes, it will.
You know what? I'm gonna have to subscribe to your podcast because listen.
For real, she lit now. She lit.
Dr. Shanette, I feel a whole anointing from you. You done came on here and set it on fire.
Yes, God.
You done set it on fire.
Yes.
And so, and you know what? I feel like, you know, our topic for tonight, Dr. Shanette, is triggers. But I feel like we have innate red flags and intuition. And for us, that's triggers. So sometimes a trigger can be a good thing, right? Because it's alerting you of something. whatever that something is, it might be saying, hey, don't trust her.
Yes.
Hey, don't trust him. Hey, they being shady.
Yeah.
Hey, you need to pay attention. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So triggers aren't always a bad thing, but you just need to be able to do
Be aware.
what we keep talking about.
Be aware.
Be able to discern them. Yeah, yeah.
And see, and this is what I say. It's okay for everybody to eat, but everybody ain't welcome at your table. You better let some people bring some folding chairs and sit outside your table. Because see, some people eat from your table and go take the knowledge somewhere else.
There you go. You can look on in. I'm gonna make sure the window's clean so you can see what's going on over here. But I'm gonna need you outside of this.
I'm gonna need you
level up.
I'm gonna need you out.
Yeah, you got to stay in the outer courts. You can't come on the inner courts. I'm sorry.
Spirit one too many times. You know what I'm saying? You done show me who you are one too many times. And like great man Angelo said, when people show you who they are, believe them.
Believe them.
Believe them.
For a reason.
There you go.
You better.
And you know, and we were talking about in a couple of lives ago, about giving people grace. I do think grace runs out. I think that's giving people too much grace, you will end up like Miss Shanquella Robinson. Well, maybe they you gotta be able to, like you said, discern. And I keep seeing people in the comments talking about that discern. You got to be able to discern. You got to be able to know when you have set up a boundary. This is another topic that we've been talking about recently. When you set that boundary and someone has constantly put their toe over that boundary or just ran through your boundary, then it's time for me to make a change. It's time for me to now say, hey, I can no longer deal with you because you have done everything in your power to step over the line, to activate my triggers, to activate those red flags, to show me that you don't mean me any good, because somebody who means me some good, they're not going to keep on doing that. They're not going to.
No.
Come on.
And I said a little bit, like I said, I'm piggyback off of some of the stuff I said. I said it's easy to pull a trigger, but it's hard to pull your mom out the hood. You understand? It's easy, but it's hard to pull your mom out the hood. And when I talk about the hood, I'm talking about mentality.
Ooh, say more on that, Dr. Shanette.
Please say more. Please say more.
So what I'm saying is, anybody can go out there and pull that trigger, you know what I'm saying, and set that bullet, set that trap, but they can't change their mindset. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, we're talking to the women. We're talking about the triggers. So you're triggered by another woman's success. You're triggered by another woman's beauty. You're triggered by another woman's confidence. You know what I'm saying? You're triggered by another woman's home or what she drives. So that's a hood mentality. You hear me?
Help us, Lord. Help us, Lord.
You hear me?
Yes.
So that's our problem. Us as a whole community, we don't know how to pull each other out the hood. We want to stay in the hood because guess what? We know how to go to battle in a comfort zone.
And the thing that gets me is, just like we talking about that hood mindset, it's almost like a poverty mindset. We will go and we will spend money on stuff, i.e. Jordans, i.e., and there's nothing wrong with looking good. Don't come for me because my children wear Jordans. I've never owned a pair personally, truthfully. And never have I desired, but I don't knock nobody who do. But we go and spend our money in the things that is just not going to bring us nothing outside of that, image. And we could take that same amount of money, the same amount of money that you take to actually buy a pair of Jordans, you can have a certified, bona fide, classified business.
Yes, there you go.
Yes.
You can join me in business for $124.
Yeah, you can get an LLC. You can get an LLC.
That's the point I'm making. You can get an LLC for the cost of a pair of Jordans and change the whole trajectory of your life for one pair of Jordans.
But I'm saying we've been programmed as a people, so all we got to do is go work for other people. We go to school to get out of school to be $100,000, $200,000 in debt to go work for somebody else when we should be trained to work for ourselves. You know what I'm saying? We may need the education to figure out how to navigate. You know what I'm saying? But once you get it, you know how to do it, then you apply yourself, and then you go apply it to others. That's where the knowledge is. That's where the bosses come in. Everybody want to be a boss until they understand you're not a boss until you make everybody around you better. You're not a boss until you eat last and your workers eat first. You understand? That's what a boss
Come
is.
on.
Yep.
Come
You know
on.
what
Come
JP
on.
said? You know what's better than one billionaire? Two.
Two.
You know,
So I ain't just working just to increase my situation. I want to increase my territory. I want to increase everybody around me, right? Like I want to bring everybody with me.
Yeah.
I want to have all my family members with businesses.
Yes.
I want to have all of my family members, clock out of that poverty mindset that Rashonda was talking about. I want them to clock into their dreams, clock into everything that they want.
I got chills. We destroying some yokes tonight, whether y'all believe it or not. We having a conversation, but we tearing down some walls.
Guess what? Us three together, the Bible said all I need is 2 or 3 touching the green. And I know this live, it may not be a lot of people on here, but it's enough people that they can get the wisdom and the knowledge, and they can go apply it somewhere else, because that's all we need is 2 or 3 touching in the green. We ain't got to be in the building to give the word of God or to give the truth or be the transparent. You know what I'm saying? Because again, church is in our heart. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Come on.
Let us assemble together. We assembling right now, even on this FaceTime. We still assembling. And come on, we gotta loose these shackles. We gotta break this bondage, and we gotta truly be set free, because who the Son set free is truly free indeed. So, are you ready to be set free, or are you ready to stay in shackles?
And you know what?
Come on, talk about it. Come on and talk about
the numbers, because Rashonda and I were definitely intentional about the purpose of this, of us doing this. If we just affect one person to go out and make their lives different, if it impacts their marriage, if it impacts their relationship with their child, if it impacts the relationship that they have with their family members, if it impacts their business life, their work life, their workspace, then that's enough for us. Because I think that there are so many conversations that we have in the privacy of our own homes, and some of them belong there, right? But there are conversations that we need to be having out in the public, amongst ourselves, amongst Black women, amongst women in general, amongst Black folk in general, because there are lots of things that we all share privately. Like we go through the same scenarios and same situations. We get triggered by some of the same things. But if we all talking to each other and talking about the things that we're going through, then maybe something that somebody said on that live on September 13th, or that live that somebody had on September 15th, something they said in there that can impact you singularly, then that was enough for me.
Because
absolutely,
anything that's covered up can't get healed. So right now we in a healing moment. We're in a healing it don't matter if it's a Black woman on here, it's a white woman, a Latino woman. We in a healing, you know what I'm saying? We in a healing. And as we healing them, we're healing ourselves, because there's some triggers inside of us. There's some damage inside of us. We're still so God is still using us to heal, to be somebody's breakthrough, to be somebody's blessing, to be somebody's lesson. Because guess what? I just told y'all, all 3 of us got a different story, but we all got one. And every last woman or man or whoever on here, they have one too. You understand what I'm saying? So they wait up on the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up like they shall run and not get weary. Guess what? We get weary on this thing called life, but we ain't giving up. We ain't gonna lie like we weary, but we not giving up. Giving up is not an option.
It's not an option.
It's not
not an option.
You know what? I was I watch a lot of podcasts, Dr. Shanette, and there's a lady, Bridget Kelly. She's an R&B singer as well. She did a marathon recently, and a full marathon. It's like 26 miles. And you know what she said? She said her body was done at like mile 15. But she said the one thing that she kept telling herself to make it to mile 26 was don't give up. So the way to win a marathon, the way to finish a marathon is to not
get up. Don't
And
give
if
up.
you don't get anything else from anything that we've been talking about, is don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on your dreams. Don't give up on don't even give up on your marriage. You constantly assess. Don't give up on your family members. But most importantly, do not give up on yourself. Continue to dream. Continue to try to, build yourself up. It's personal development. Read books. Listen to podcasts. If either of you have any ebooks or anything like that you guys have, spend the money, y'all.
Yes,
Whatever
yes.
you got to do.
Invest in yourself
Yes.
and believe in yourself. I said
Invest.
that this morning on my podcast, on my Facebook page. Believe in yourself. We critique ourselves. We too fat. We too skinny. We too black. We too light skinned because we to listen to things that other people have told us. And see, you got to believe in you. You got to show up for you, even if don't nobody else show up for you. You understand?
Yeah.
You got to get
Yeah.
in that mirror every day and speak affirmations over your own life and say, I
That's
am
right.
the head and not the tail. I am the lender and not
That's
the
good.
bar. I am above and not beneath. You got to speak that daily affirmation every day. And guess what? You got to be transparent with yourself. I know I've been in a hole. I know I've been in a crack house. You got to speak it, because guess what? If
That's
you
right.
don't speak your story, somebody else going to try to go speak it for you. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Who can tell your
That's
story
right.
better than you? You know what I'm saying?
Nobody.
These people don't got a heaven or hell to put you in, and you ain't never seen a U-Haul behind a hearse.
Listen, that's right. I want you guys.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I was just going to say, Rashonda, real quick, and I'm going to let you speak. I want you guys, if you are not following me, if you're on here because you're a part of Dr. Shanette's network, if you're a part of Rashonda's network, make sure you follow me. If you are on here because of me and you're not following Rashonda, you're not following Dr. Shanette, make sure you do that. Go and follow them. Even if you guys are not friends, you can still follow them. Make sure you click on their page and follow them. That way you'll be alerted anytime they go live, anytime they have anything going on. We want to make sure that our people stay connected. We want to make sure that our people are informed and that they have anything that they need. And I just feel something about the 3 people that are on here today. So make sure you go and follow Dr. Shanette. Make sure you're following Rashonda. Make sure you're following myself. You can request us as friends, but the most important thing is to make sure that you're following so that you can, be aware of their network. Okay, go ahead, Rashonda. What you was going to say something?
I just feel like I need to free somebody tonight. I just want to say something, and I pray that it frees someone tonight. Stop waiting on someone to give you permission to be you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Stop waiting, and stop waiting on somebody to invite you to their table. You have the authority, you have the birthright, you have the God-given ability to create your own table. So if nobody is bringing you to a table, look at Tyler Perry. Tyler built his own table.
There you go.
He
did. And now he got the biggest table in the land.
We all can fit in that table. But
I
also want to tell each lady, gentleman, man, boy, girl, cat, whoever on here, I want you to know you be the best version of you regardless of who you make mad. Be the best version of you no matter who you piss off, who don't want you at your
Come on.
You be the best version, because can't nobody beat you being you. Can't nobody beat me
yes, Lord.
being me.
That's right.
And can't nobody beat you being LaShonda or Rashonda or Ash or Gayla or whoever else on this phone. Can't nobody beat you being you.
That's right. There's something about each of us that's going to spark something in somebody else, right? So keep on doing you. Like you said, I love that. That's so, you've just been dropping gems from the moment you got on here, Dr. Shanette.
Yeah, I do it every day. Let me tell you something about my podcast. My podcast, I don't show my face. I give 3 to 4 minutes, you know what I'm saying, nuggets every day, and I go on. I do it 7 days a week, because guess what? I know we need encouraging. And also, as I'm encouraging others, I'm encouraging myself, because like I told you, I've been through hell and back. So my goal is to make sure somebody else make it out. You know what I'm saying? Because when I go, I'm leaving this thumbprint. I'm leaving footprint.
Yeah.
I'm leaving trails behind. You see what I'm saying? It's going to take a lot to fill my shoes, because I know that I genuinely somebody's soul. I genuinely poured into my people, and I don't got to tell everybody what I have done for my people. You understand?
There you go. Yep.
Oh God, I
Private,
feel
God
God. I
will
feel
reward you
God. I
openly.
feel God.
I don't have to tell nobody that I paid your bill or I bought you a meal. That's something the hell you choose to do. I ain't got to tell them I did it for you. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I don't have to
Yes.
tell them I did it. Because
Yes.
see, God said, what you do privately, I will reward you openly. God said, He
Yes.
told me that.
Come on.
He told me that.
Come on.
You hear me? I'm just
Yes.
Oh
to
God.
uplift somebody else as I go through my own storms and they go through, because guess what? We all are either getting ready to go through a storm, been in a storm, or getting ready to come out of one.
Listen, it's somebody listening to this live that has been wanting to do something, has been wanting to create a
My
podcast,
God.
has been wanting
Jesus.
to get on live and tell their story, has been wanting to connect to women, has been wanting to connect to an audience. And guess what, guys? It's easy, but it ain't easy. You can get on any of these platforms, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, all of these things. And all you got to do is hit that button and go live and talk about your story. And I promise you, you're going to find connection. You're going to find
Yes, you
someone
will.
like Dr. Shanette that helps you personally develop yourself. You know, go listen to her podcast. You know, jump on her lives. You know, follow her. There's so many people. So go ahead and do it. Whatever it is that you wanted to do, go ahead and do it. Join all kinds of groups to help you learn more about this. You don't have to be perfect. I'm not a perfectionist. I do things imperfectly all the time. So I don't wait for me to have 10 different things set up before I go do it. I'm going to go do it because I want to do it. And then I'll figure out as I go, right? So whatever that thing is
Yes.
that you want to do, that book you want to write, you know, that script that you want to write, go ahead and write it. That song you want to write, that song you want to sing, go ahead and do it. Do it.
Dream big.
Yes.
Dream big. Dream big.
Don't let nobody say, well, they on there telling all their business, because I'm telling y'all guys right now, your testimony is going to unlock somebody else's blessing. Because
Come on. I just said that. I just said that. Come on.
Somebody else had went through the exact same thing that you went through, and all they need is somebody to push them. See, even if I can't push, I need a pull. So we got to push and pull each other. We got to push and pull each other. That's the only way we're going to make it. And I'm not talking about pull each other down with that crab in the bucket mentality. I'm talking about pull each other up.
Yes. Yes. Somebody on here, and we're going to get off here shortly because we want to stick close to our time limits that we've kind of internally set for ourselves. Someone was saying they're too shy to do a podcast. Listen, a podcast is just what we're doing right now. It's a conversation, right? It's a conversation. And that's not to negate all of the pre-production and work that is required to do these certain things. But if you're just someone, you just want to get on for a couple of minutes. You said you do 3-4 minutes, Dr. Shanette?
And I don't even show my face, so you don't even have to show your face. I do an audio podcast every day.
Yes. So there's all kinds of platforms, y'all. I don't know if you guys know about Anchor. Anchor is
I'm on Anchor and Spotify. Yeah.
Yes. So you can download the Anchor app, or you can just go to the website and you can just do a few minutes. And I'm telling you, you can listen to how other people do it. It does not have to be perfect. Don't think that everything that you have to do, and that's a word for life.
Yeah.
You're doing life right now. And even if you think that you don't have everything that you want, everything is not set up in the way that you want, you're still doing it. You're still doing it. You're still doing life. And that can be a word for any of the professional things that you want to do, or even if it's recreationally, just going on there and just do it. Just start it. Yes.
Can I tell y'all this? And I hope this helps somebody. We are imperfect people striving for greatness on the daily. We are imperfect striving for greatness. You know what I'm saying? But see, greatness is upon us because it was predestined out of our mother's womb. See, we all was born out of our mother's womb for assignment. And our gift will make room for us. You understand?
Yes.
Our gift will make room for us. Even when people think we don't supposed to be in those rooms, there's certain rooms that we're supposed to be in because we got to walk in there like we own them, and we know God sent us in there regardless of who we qualified to be in there, because God said, I will get the unqualified and get them qualified. So if you think you ain't qualified to be in certain rooms, there's just certain rooms you're supposed to be in. I'm
Yes.
telling somebody
Amen.
this tonight because I feel somebody's spirit tugging on me. I need you to get in that room and walk in that room like you own it. I need you to tell your testimony because somebody is ready to blow their brains out right now. Somebody is ready to take all kind of pills. Somebody is ready to OD right now tonight because they going through hell and they scared to
Oh,
tell
glory
somebody
to
because they
God.
worried about what somebody gonna say about them. I'm
Glory to
telling you
God.
now, you better loose and you better bind that spirit up. You better bind that devil up right
Bind it
now. And you
up.
better get that testimony and you better tell it and you better shout it on the mountain and you better
Mm.
praise right now. Don't wait till the
Jesus.
picture's over. I need you to shout right
Yeah,
now.
come
I
on,
need you to
shout
praise
out.
right now.
Mm.
Because somebody's going
Yeah.
through all type of hell. Somebody's bills are behind. Somebody's child haven't ate. Somebody haven't ate themselves. Somebody is getting ready to get laid off their job. But I'm telling you, God is a sustainer. He's here to sustain you if you trust him.
Glory, 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 glory.
Because you ask not. A lot of y'all not getting what you want because you closed mouth. A closed mouth do not get fed. And a
Listen.
lazy man can't get bread. And when I say man, I'm talking about woman and all.
Oh, I'm trying to keep it together over here tonight now.
I'm
trying
sorry, y'all. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry.
No.
I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry.
I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry. You took it where it needed to go, Dr. Shanette. No. That's where it
Yes,
needs
but
to go.
tonight we come to bind up triggers. We come to bind up triggers. We come to step on the back of the enemy tonight. We come to loose ourselves tonight. We came to get ourselves free tonight. We have been bound for too long, mentally, psychologically, financially. It's time for us to get free. Glory to God.
Right. Tell them, Rashonda, you better tell them.
Yes, I need for you women to really collaborate with the real women and stop dealing with these women that's hating and downgrading. You better upgrade. You better upgrade your circle. You better upgrade your square, your whatever, your roundabout, your around the way girl or whoever you want to call it. You better learn how to upgrade and get these hell raisers out your life. You know who they are. You know who these hell raisers are, and you better get them out your life. You hear me? I promise you, you better get these hair raisers out your life. The ones that they want to be blessed, but they don't want to see you blessed. I'm telling you, I'm not dealing with nobody that don't want to see me blessed in this season. Because guess what? If you don't want to see me blessed, you better put on some shades and you better close your eyes. Because God promised me this. He promised me this day. You hear me? You better put on some shades and you better close your eyes. And I'm talking about every woman on here. I'm talking about Rashonda. I'm talking about LaShonda. I'm talking about Gayla. I'm talking about Valerie. I just seen you come on. Every woman that wants to be blessed, you better tell your haters they better put their hater blockers on. They better put them on because we're going to shine even in the dark. We're going to shine even in the dark.
Yes, Dr. Shanette. Yes.
Who much is given, much is required. God is requiring us to shine even in this dark, hell, cold season that we're in. We're going to shine anyway.
That's right. And my shine don't take away nobody else's shine. Go out there
and shine. It don't dim your light because I'm shining.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right. Go out here and get it. That's right. Go out here and get it, y'all. That's what we want to do. I'm so grateful, Dr. Shanette, that you joined us. Listen.
Come on. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I didn't mean to cut up, but when I'm passionate about something, it just
cut it out. We need to cut it out.
I can't apologize for it. It's in me. So what's in you gonna come out. And I need somebody to be set free tonight. I need somebody to get in their rightful place. I need them to have the rightful people in their rightful position. I need you to take ownership of your life tonight, starting tonight.
That's right.
17. I need you to take authority. I need you to kick every demonic spirit out. I need you to kick every demonic friend out, every foe, every family member. Kick them out. Give them that grace to love them from a distance.
There you go. Listen. Yes, I ain't sorry.
Yeah,
I ain't sorry.
Unapologetically, I'm me. Unapologetically, I ain't apologizing because I want a better life. I ain't apologizing because I done went through hell and y'all think I don't need to be shining bright. I ain't apologizing for that. I'm not
I'm not apologizing.
Oh God.
I'm not apologizing because I'm outspoken. I'm not apologizing because I'm smart. I'm not apologizing because I got a light on me. I'm not apologizing because I'm anointed.
Yes,
And you mad.
yes, because
You better get
I was a
glad.
baby, having a baby. I had my first child at 16 years old. Now I'm 44, and now I'm in my 40s living my best life because for 28 years I took care of somebody else. No, you crazy. I'm going to do me. And if you don't like
Do
I
it.
told you better get your haters on. You better get your hater blockers on because I'm coming through.
Get ready.
Get ready.
You better get
I'm
ready.
coming through. Rashonda coming through. LaShonda coming through. Gayla coming through. Ash coming through. Celestine coming through. We coming through. Whether you like it or not. We come, Michelle coming through. Valerie, whoever else on this line. I'm sorry if I forget anybody, but I'm telling you, we coming through.
Coming on through.
We coming through the hell, the rain, the pain. You can throw all the salt on y'all, on our names.
Glory to God.
Salt, not us. It add.
Oh Jesus.
Hey,
Yes.
sales add. They die. It add flavor. So throw all the salt you want on us. We just gonna add some flavors. We some seasoned women in this season. We see.
Well, Dr. Sinette.
I'm sorry. I'm not. But come on.
No.
I'm not sorry. I'm just saying.
Listen,
I'm
I can't contain myself much longer. We're gonna have to get in a room off of this live because the way I need to praise God right long through here right now. Listen, Dr. Bone is like real life.
She real.
I can't even put it into words right now. Like the Holy Spirit is all in your mouth right now. He is all in your mouth. You hear me?
Blessed. You're blessed. You're blessed. I definitely again, I can't say it enough, y'all. If you're not following
Jesus,
Dr. Sinette, you need to be following her. You need to be listening to her podcast. You need to be connected. You need to be, if you love anything about anything that we said on this live tonight, anything that she said, anything Rashonda said on this live, make sure you're following us.
Jesus.
Make sure that you stay tuned. Conversations with the Shondas is every Tuesdays and Thursdays. We were starting at 7. We have pushed it to 7:30, but please be reminded that we are going to move to a different platform. But wherever we are going to let you know where we are. We want you to stay connected. Dr. Sinette, thank you so much for jumping on
Thank you.
I mean this from the bottom of my heart. I thank you too for even considering me because you could have chose anybody. So I'm grateful for that. And I'm humble. I need you to know I'm a humble servant and I'm a humble vessel. But I really want us to live, laugh, and love on purpose, walk in purpose, know our purpose, and talk in purpose, and be transparent on purpose, regardless.
Yes, Lord.
I need that. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to get this spirit riled up in me, but
God.
But I'm passionate. You hear me?
We welcome it.
And I love God's people for real. I love people for real, wholeheartedly. So don't water down yourself because people cannot handle you at 100 proof.
Yes, we need that. God. No, we need that. We need the truth tellers. We don't need the people that just, out here hooping and hollering. We need people that speaking to people's soul, speaking to people's lives. Give them something that they can actually take and use in their lives.
Apply.
Yes. That's right. To thrive with, not just to survive. We all been stuck in survival mode. It's time to thrive.
Come on, Talk about it.
Not only thrive, we gotta heal to thrive. Because see, a lot of us are still stuck in them damaged goods, and we getting triggered by any and everything. But sometimes we gotta let some of this stuff roll off our back.
Yes.
Come on. Come on. We need to build our spiritual stamina so in times of war, we can understand how to fight and how to maneuver when the enemy is coming for our family, when the enemy is coming for our marriage, when the enemy is coming for our children, when the enemy is coming on our job. We have to be equipped. And you can't be equipped when your mind is not in order, in alignment. So we got to get these small issues. We got to deal with them. Don't let triggers be something that always keep you in bondage.
If I know what your triggers are, and I know that all I got to do is say this one thing. That was important what you said, Dr. Sinette, about some things you got to let roll off your back. Every time something triggers you and you're always exploding, you giving the enemy license.
Ammunition.
You're giving them power. So sometimes, and the enemy want us to stay in that same place. They want us to be fighting among ourselves so that we can be distracted when the bigger things. So don't let these little small things keep you in a place or keep you from identifying and being able to go and fight the bigger things. So some things don't take the bait all the time.
No,
don't always let
anything doesn't challenge you, doesn't change you. Sometimes the challenge is to change you. It ain't always to hurt you, it's to change you. Change your posture and your people. Change. Change is good. See, where the mind leads, the body shall eventually follow. If you make your bed up every day, you can make your mind up. You hear me?
And I said this Tuesday night. You self-control is a weapon.
It is. It's a whole weapon that we don't utilize enough. We don't utilize self-control enough. We feel like, okay, somebody done said something, they done did something to trigger me. I'm in my right to go and duke it out. I'm in my right to go and verbally, unload on them. But when the real task is, that's a small thing. How that little small cog in life, is that really something that I want to be addressing right now? Or do I really want to go and read this book? Do I really want to go and listen to this podcast? Do I really want to go and help myself mentally? Do I want to go to therapy? Do I want to do all of these things right here, but I'm still stuck on this person over here who mad and not glad to see me doing better, so they trying to trigger me? No, I'm gonna go do this thing over here. That's so good.
We don't understand. Silence is a deadly weapon too, because see, they don't know what you're thinking. See, they want to trigger you, so you be quiet and you let them think they playing the fool to the fool, and no, you the bigger fool, because I got the power over you because you mad at me, and I ain't did nothing for you but be great. And like I said, God gonna make our name great even when they hate. So keep hating, you're great. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, I need to bottle up all. I feel like every time you open your mouth, Dr. Chanel, you throwing out something that is a quotable. You got so many quotables on tonight.
This one woman asked me, was I a poet? I said, no, I ain't no poet. I'm just, hey, it's just in me. You know what I'm saying? I ain't no poet.
Listen,
if I am, I don't know. You hear me? How about that?
That's that God flow. That's that God
might
flow.
be that next level. That might be that next level, Dr. B.
Yes. I love y'all. I love people, and I just want the best. You hear me? When you done been at the bottom, all you want to do is go to the top, but you don't want to go. See, again, the bottom is crowded, but it's lonely at the top. You understand?
Yeah.
It's
Come on.
When you don't have the right people and the right source, and you're not connected, it gets lonely. That's what I'm gonna tell you.
Nice.
The bottom is crowded, but the top is lonely if you're going by yourself.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Nobody ever been successful, ever went to the top by themselves. They had some good people along the way.
A team.
You understand?
And if you want to be a part of the team, you better be trying to.
You better get on now while we're reachable.
Yes.
Get us while we're reachable.
If we're hanging out with 4 broke people, we're going to be the 5th one. We hanging out with 4 rich people, we're going to be the 5th one. If we hanging out with 4 messy people, we're going to be the 5th one. So you are a product of your environment and what you're connected to.
Oh, yes, Lord.
So I told y'all, I want to be a married woman, so I want to hang out with married women. I know how to be a wife, and I ain't been a wife because I don't know how. It's just I ain't going to settle just to change my last name. You know what I'm saying?
You shouldn't.
And I need you to really be walking into your God-given assignment as well. That way you ain't gonna take mine from me because you mad and jealous because I'm walking in authority. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Jesus.
I'm not gonna bow out just to be bowing out. I know how to bow out gracefully. I know how to
yes,
my feminine energy only flourish in safe environments.
That's right.
Yes, Lord. Come on through here.
At some point, we're gonna have to talk about that. We're gonna have to talk about that. I heard somebody say that a lot of Black women have a lot of masculine energy, and it's because it's unsafe out here for Black women.
I can't bow out to where I'm unsafe because guess what?
Our masculinity is a defense mechanism for us nowadays.
Combat zone all my life. I said combat. So I've been had to fight all my life, whether it's physically, mentally, emotionally. I didn't have to fight my way because I was pretty, because I was skinny. So I don't want to be in a combat zone in my marriage. Because it's a battlefield.
Come on.
I don't want to be in a combat zone in my relationship. I want it flourishing. I want it to be peace.
That's right.
And so I'm not asking you for peace because I've already come with peace. But if you bring me hell, I'm bringing you hell. You hear me?
Right. That's right. That's right.
You can't ask me
That's
for peace
right.
and you causing hell. And see, one thing about these men, that someone want peace, that means don't question me. I'm gonna do what I want to do, and you ain't gonna question me. That's what the peace is.
Shonda.
I'm sorry, y'all. I don't mean to keep y'all on here long. I'm gonna get off. I'm gonna get.
No, no. You ain't gonna just say that and then not let us address it, because it's the truth. It is the truth. That's exactly.
You know that's the Holy Spirit now. You know that's the Holy Spirit now. Now I'm so serious about that now, Shonda. Tell the truth to shame the devil now.
Yes.
Okay.
That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. Oh, you stay in your feminine energy?
Yeah.
But you ain't making me feel safe, sir.
Yeah.
You ain't making me feel like I can activate my feminine energy. You got me out here being a warrior because I'm fighting with you all day long.
That's it.
Sir.
I can't. I'm a warrior and I'm a worrying because you out here, you can go all day without talking to me. Then you call me at 10, 11 o'clock at night, like, hey, babe. No, I ain't your babe, because you go that long, you can go the next day. And no. So you can't be inconsistent in pursuing me. Yeah.
That's right.
You can't be inconsistent in pursuing me. No.
That's right.
You know?
That's right.
Because I told him I got 4 kids on my tail like that. How do I know how to sit in a tub of ice water? I'm disciplined. You hear me? I already have the kids.
You said something just now that triggered me because after our live Tuesday night, Shonda, you know, I had told you that I had took that emotional intelligence class for work.
Yeah.
Well, trigger fell in that category of emotional intelligence.
Yeah.
Like, you know, being emotionally intelligent lets you know that you need to identify your triggers, et cetera, et cetera. I think that we need to touch, because there's many areas that we can deal with, categorize in regards to emotional intelligence. I think that needs to be a conversation as well, because sometimes both men and women are emotionally unavailable in relationships.
Oh yeah.
So we need to make sure we talk about that, because we're looking for something from them, but they may not have the bandwidth, if you will, to even compensate us in the emotional perspective. So then we need to probably talk about how do we cope and what are ways we figure that out, because all couples don't have that reciprocity. And so do you overcompensate in another area because you're less competent here, or do you find a way to maneuver? Like, we need to have a conversation about that.
Yeah, because I mean, we got to understand some people don't even have the capacity to hold us. They don't even have the capacity because guess what? Either they haven't been taught or they don't want to learn how to hold us.
There you go.
You hear me?
There you go.
They don't want to learn the ladder. The ladder, because it can be a lot of behavior.
So they become emotionally unstable. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And then they want us to be the helpmate, the breadwinner, the doctor, the lawyer, the nurse, everything. And they don't understand. That's why the woman, we are not the weaker vessel. We don't care what they tell us. We're not the weaker vessel. We're the stronger vessel. The men is actually the weaker vessel. They don't want to really talk about it. And that's why we're tired and we're burnt out. You know what I'm saying? We're exhausted because we're having to be everything to everybody. And then we don't have nobody to come be nothing to us. And they tell us to rely on God, but God is a spirit. That's why he places the people around us. He ain't cracking no sky open, coming to hold us at night.
Listen, I'm on TikTok a lot, and I'll probably be on TikTok later tonight as well. And I sent y'all a video, Rashonda, and where this guy was talking about, when you're dealing with somebody who is emotionally immature, somebody who's, and you're talking about emotional intelligence, or when somebody is emotionally immature, you are doing a lot of the mental labor in relationship, whether and not just talking about romantic relationships, but any relationship. You can't sit here and try to argue with somebody who is emotionally immature, because you will run yourself ragged.
Yes, you will.
Trying to make sense and create logic with that person, because they don't have, it's like you said, they don't have the bandwidth, they don't have the capacity to understand, because they are emotionally immature. And that's what we're dealing with. That's what people are dealing with out here in the world, in the dating world. They're dealing with emotionally immature people.
Yes, and that's the reason why there's so many, the divorce rate up through the roof. That's the reason why there's so many women with women and men with men, because, you know, and instead of fixing it, they want to go run to what is easier. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to work. See, relationship is work, marriage is work. Even being in a relationship and a friendship with women, you know, even me, it's work. You know what I'm saying? So people want to run over there and do what's easy and not do the work. It's work. It's work. And I'm saying,
and you know what? The thing, Dr. Shanette, people don't, when people hear that marriage is work or that relationships is work, they get turned off by that, because you know it's a lot of lazy people out here. It's a lot of people that do not, when they hear it's work, well, if it got to be all of that, I don't want to be married. I don't want to be in no relationship, because if I got to do all that, that's somebody who's immature.
Yes.
That's somebody who
to work on themselves before they even think about a marriage, because that's my advice to anybody nowadays. If I would have known 20 years ago what I know now, I would have been working on my broken self, my imperfections, my areas that I needed to work on before I decided I was going to be anybody's wife. That traumatized me long before marriage or a man. And I think a lot of time we looking for somebody to make us feel good. First of all, you got to make yourself happy.
Yes.
Whatever.
And find somebody to add to your happiness. Yes. Yeah.
There you go. They compliment on to where you already at. So if you go in the relationship and talk about, oh, she can't make me happy or he can't make me happy. First of all, your primary responsibility is to make yourself happy, and they compliment wherever you at with yourself.
It is not an external thing. It is an internal thing.
And let me tell you this: everybody wants your better, but they all running from your worst.
Come on through. That's the truth. Now that's the whole truth.
And when I say your worst fears, your worst headache, your worst sickness, your worst financial, they want the better, but they don't want the worst. And that's what's going on.
And they don't want to do the work on themselves to help create that.
That's it.
Right? Now,
come on.
It's not external, it's internal. It really is. And if you are seeking, you know, external happiness and external validation and all of these things, like we all want to, you know, hear certain things from our romantic partners, but ultimately the foundation of it needs to be from you.
It's just like a pretty car. It's pretty on the outside, but you go in, that engine is dead. It got a crack head in it and everything, because it's tore up from the floor up, inside out. You hear me?
Yes.
That's just like women and men. You worried about the exterior and the aesthetics of a person and how they look. But baby, they could be just as broken, busted, and disgusted on the inside, and you worrying about how good and how handsome and how sexy she look, but they just as broken as can be. And now you done bringing all that toxicity from whatever you had going on into this marriage or into this relationship, and now both of y'all like this, ain't even trying to heal. Just come bringing your drama on top of my drama, on top of my unhealedness, and on top of your you need to be trying to process that before you try to commit to a committed relationship.
A lot of people come in being Dr. Hyde, and then they end up giving you Dr. Jekyll.
Yes.
Come on.
You got Dr. Hyde and Jekyll in the Peter Pan syndrome. You know what I'm saying? They're not ready. They're not ready. They emotionally unstable. I got to keep saying it. And they bring all that trauma on you. So then you get emotionally unstable. You get unbalanced because you're trying to balance somebody who don't even know what balance is and don't even know what it looks like.
I'm telling you.
Come on.
I'm telling you. And then, you know, for people, you know, like us who are empaths, it can be very exhausting.
It is. It is exhausting. I'm talking about mentally, physically, emotionally, and even financially. That's what they don't want to talk about. You know, like I said, they got us, especially as Black women, they got us being so, they ain't submissive, they combative. No, it ain't got nothing to do with submissive and combative. Where are you leading me to? You leading me off the cliff?
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? What are your goals? You know what I'm saying? Is your goals just for you? Is your goals for us? You know what I'm saying?
Are you qualified to lead?
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out what areas are you qualified. You can lead me into the bedroom, but you can't lead me in prayer.
Right.
Come on. Come on. Come
I'm
on.
supposed to do all the praying and covering. Everybody needs a covering. When are you ever going to
come on?
I know what the man look like. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
I need you I need for you to come up and raise your vibration. I need you to, you know what I'm saying, get out that gutter mind, get out that ghetto mentality, raise it
Yep.
up, get out that slave mentality. No, the man supposed to lead. Well, where you leading, sir? What's the plan? Huh?
Show me.
I can't follow you and I don't know where we going.
That's
And you
right.
don't know where we going.
That's right.
You
I'm not following blindly. I'm not.
no. I don't wear no blinders. I ain't got no blindfolders on. And love covers our multitude, but love didn't say be a fool.
Yeah.
Come on.
You understand?
And if we really be honest, I think our sister Tina Turner said it best.
What love?
Really? What love got to do with it?
Come on.
But see,
Like,
I'm telling you, don't let love be the only reason you get married. Don't you dare let love be the only reason you get married.
this is another thing that they want to talk about. In the Bible, it says, husbands, love your wives as Christ loved the church. It don't say wives, love your husband. So we can grow to love them, but they tell us to love, they tell the men to love us.
scream it.
You know,
please.
husband, love your wife as Christ loved the church. You hear me?
They don't
want to hear that.
And that's what be getting me when people like to try to quote them scriptures, and they like to try to talk about these traditional gender roles and things like that. Okay, then if we do it, the Bible tells us what to do. So, but you picking out pieces and parts of it to satisfy the notion that you already have in your mind.
Yes.
If you really want to go on and tell it, then it's a lot of things that you got me out here doing in my masculine energy that I shouldn't be doing. But then you want me to activate my feminine energy.
Yeah.
How am I supposed to do that,
You want
sir?
me to change
Make that make
too?
sense.
You want me to change the flat tire too? You know what I'm saying? Because you weren't taught how to change the flat tire. I gotta change. You want me to change my oil too? You understand?
Yeah.
You want me to help cut the grass too? And then you wonder why I'm acting like a man around here? Because I'm doing the manly things. You hear me? I told them being a single parent was nothing I asked for. I was forced into this role. I was forced into playing both sides. It was something that was
That's
forced on me.
right.
I didn't ask to be a single parent. But
And Dr. Shanette, they will hold that thing against you though.
Yeah.
They like to talk about single moms, Black single moms in the world, and they really do hold, like, the Black single moms pulled it through. They took care of these kids, even these little boys they took care of.
Guess what?
But
And the single moms that they're talking about, half of them came from single moms. The ones that doing all the talking. We the raised.
Yes.
Come on.
Yes.
Because even with the daddy was in the home, he was out working all the time, so she still was single raising them. You know what I'm saying? Let's just be true.
Yep. That's right. Rashonda be talking about that all the time. Talk about even if both of your parents was in the house, you might have a parent that was absent.
Yes.
You know, and some people will have you believe that that's the way that it's supposed to be, but no, it's not.
It's not.
It's not. You have to be.
But it's two ways you can look at absent, because you could actually be in the house and be classified as absent because you're non-emotionally supportive, or you could physically be not in the home and be absent. So it's two different absence, because you can certainly be there and not be contributory and be absent.
And
even while being present.
Even there, so let me tell you something. I tell anybody, pay attention to people when they drunk, when they angry, because they're telling you how they really feel about you. I don't care, male.
Oh God.
Pay attention.
Yep. You really.
And you'll know everything you need to know about these people. Because when they angry and when they drunk, they telling you exactly how they feel. I don't need you to come back and say, I'm sorry, because that's a lie. You sorry you got caught.
That's right.
You're sorry that you.
Wow.
Yep.
You understand? So that's a trigger too.
Yes.
I had to bring that back. I didn't mean to jump off the subject, but I had to bring that back.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
It's all related. Rashonda and I keep having conversations. We're thinking we're talking about, one thing. And what we have identified and what we realize that a lot of these topics that we talk, it's just so interrelated.
Yeah.
They all correlate to other things, because what we're really trying to do is inspire people, and people are out here trying to be connected, and trying to be connected romantically, trying to be connected platonically, and all of that. And so you have and that's why all of these topics lead us into certain certain spaces, because we're talking about these things that
Right.
happen every day.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
And I'm telling y'all, get your mind right, get your body right, get your soul right, and get your pH balance right, because these men is out here, I'm for real. They messing with multiple women, multiple men, and wonder why we cuckoo crazy. Because
Yes.
we got to learn to be disciplined ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yes.
and
Come
I
on.
told y'all, hey, it's cookie monsters and cookies. Keep your cookies to yourself, because there's some cookie monsters out here, and tell them it's a long way to Sesame Street. It's a long way.
Listen.
And I know you was gonna start. I'm telling you, the cookie monster is real. Keep your cookies to yourself. Let them keep their little hot jalapenos peppers to themselves. You hear me? I mean, you got to be disciplined, because they are throwing off our pH balance. We run around here smell like fish tanks, aquariums, jet. Oh,
Look, Dr. Shanette, that's too spicy for me. That's too spicy for
Oh God.
Okay. All right. We're going to go ahead and get on off here, because I know we could probably go on for another 2 hours.
I love you.
We love you too, Dr.
Love you too.
Thank you so much for jumping on and for lighting us fire. It was so good. Thank you for your support. We'll continue to support you. I appreciate you.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And have a good night, okay?
Hey.
All right.
Okay. Good night, Dr.
Good
B.
night. Good night.
Okay. Rashonda.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
So good. Dr. Shanette. Oh my God.
Oh God, Dr. Shanette, they put us in a revival tonight, Lord
Listen,
Jesus.
from the moment she got on,
She was on fire.
My face was on fire. You hear me?
Oh
On
God.
fire. Oh my gosh.
Oh God, she did that.
Y'all, I promise y'all that was not planned.
It wasn't. I promise it wasn't.
But that was so good, and that's why I love doing this. That's why I like having different perspectives. That's why I like doing this in the public space, because you just never know what you're gonna get. You just never know where these topics are gonna turn. You just never know what piece. So again, like I was telling Dr. Shanette, whatever it is that was said on the live tonight, whether it was by Dr. Shanette, with Rashonda, or myself, if it inspires you to make a change, please be that change. Do make that change. Pull the trigger on that book. Instead of letting people out here trigger you, pull the trigger on that book. Pull the trigger on that script. Pull the trigger on that new business idea. Pull the trigger, on getting your license. Pull the trigger on going back to school.
Business.
Yeah, starting your business, getting your certification, whatever it is. Pull the trigger on your podcast. I heard somebody, or I saw somebody in the comments talking about they too shy to do. You ain't got to get on. You could just do an audio. Go on Anchor. Look up Anchor. Type in your app store Anchor, Anchor. You can do podcasts like that. It can just be a couple of minutes, just so you build up your stamina, build up your confidence, whatever it is. And when you start that business, when you start that book, when you finish that book, when you do whatever it is, make sure you post Rashonda and LaShonda and even Dr. Shanette and say, hey, what you said on that live on November 17th sparked me to go ahead and finish my book, sparked me to go ahead and start writing my book, sparked me to start my podcast. It sparked me to get on live and talk about different things. So we're not going to hold you guys anymore. I'm going to leave you, Rashonda, with the last word, because you said so much tonight as well. But I want to get your thoughts, and then we're going to get off of here on, triggers and what the Dr. Shanette was talking about.
Oh God. Ooh. I'm over here. I promise you, I'm still saturated over here. Listen.
I love your adjectives. You said you were saturated. Yes.
Listen, I'm over here saturated, and you know, I almost don't even want to go behind Dr. Bone because she dropped so many gems. She gave so many nuggets. She gave the enemy notice, you know, that we on our way up.
Yep.
Also, you know, and ain't no devil in hell gonna stop. So, you know, and I was just taking in everything she was saying. But to speak on the triggers, I'll just recap on, you know, making sure that we identify the triggers, making sure that we not even allowing our triggers to hold us hostage. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because our triggers have control. And I said this on Tuesday night. Our triggers have control of us. Until we can control them, they control us. And the ideal is for us to be in control, for us to be in authority, for us to, you know, be able to excel in our life, to thrive in our life, however we need to, and not let somebody or something or the actions of those individuals dictate how and when we respond.
Yeah.
So if you didn't take anything from Tuesday night or tonight's conversation, conversations, other than identifying your triggers, you know, finding ways to cope with your triggers, finding ways to eliminate your triggers, because that's the real deal. Like, you don't want to
Yep.
keep your triggers. You want to let them jokers go because they're holding you hostage.
Yep.
So find a way to get rid of those triggers and connect yourself with people that don't mind telling you, you know, Rashonda, you was wrong for that. Maybe you should have handled that in a different manner. And allow people while you're cultivating to help sharpen you,
Yeah.
because iron sharpens iron. And so don't always look at somebody giving you constructive criticism as a bad thing, because while they are giving you this criticism, they are helping you to evolve. They're helping you to thrive in areas that you still may need a little bit of sharpening, or areas that you thought you already overcame, but you know, it might still be some residue left there from while you were healing, or you just may simply need to heal. Do whatever you need to do, whatever is in your comfortability, but don't let anybody hold you back in this season. 2023 is approaching. I pray that everyone have a prosperous year. I pray that you, you know, get your business vision plan, or you know, your vision plan together, you know, your vision board, if you will, together. Get your plans together, start your business, do something you never done, check something off your bucket list, like live your life.
Yeah. Yeah. I love that. I love that. And that was a great reminder that 2023 is approaching us. So whatever the lessons were in 2022, and we still not done with 2022 because somebody could make a change still in 2022. We still got several
Yep.
months left of this year. So, you know, what are the lessons from 2022 that you can take into 2023? What are the things that you neglected to do? Maybe it was on your list at the end of 2021, and you said, I'm going to do this right here in 2022. And maybe you didn't get around to it. Maybe you got sick. Maybe you got distracted. Maybe you just wasn't feeling good. Maybe you were depressed. Whatever it was, what that thing is that you wanted to do, then make it intentional that it's something that you do. Do it today. Do it tomorrow. Write the list out. Write it down. I think it would be a
Yes.
good idea for us to do a
Vision board.
a vision board party. Yeah. So that
I
we
was thinking about that earlier today.
yeah. So and we'll keep you to Rashonda and I will talk offline about that, and we'll you know, get on and bring people on, and you know, just have them talk about things that they want to do. And I'm not saying this for people to take your ideas or anything like that. It's just when you talk about your things that you want to do, when you write them down, you are manifesting those things will happen in your life. I promise you, because I got a couple of vision boards myself here that I've held for years, because I know, because I wrote those things down, because I put them on a vision board, they're going to come true. I'm going to make sure that
They're
they do.
coming.
So talking about them with other people, writing them down, And especially if we do it in the way that I'm thinking that we could do it, bringing people on and having them show it and say, hey, this is what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to do this by this date, whatever it is. That's going to be a great start to your new year.
Yeah. And it's kind of like a way of an accountability. So now you've told people about it, so it's going to make you execute the plan.
Yes, I love it. I love it. All right, I have been so fulfilled in this conversation about triggers.
Like,
I love what you said, Rashonda, as always, very, very highly intelligent, about, eliminating the triggers. I think that's a really smart thing to do. We may not be able to eliminate all of them, but we can, start to not be as triggered by certain things, if we learn how to, cope and how to work through, and even just trying to avoid those triggers. That's another, healthy tool, I think, too. So we're going to get off here. We will be back on Tuesday. Remember, we are now at 7:30 on Tuesdays and Thursdays. We will be back on Tuesday with another topic for you. And we hope you guys enjoy. As always, make sure you're following. Make sure you share this live. If there's any takeaways, and you post about it, use the hashtag conversations with the Shondas, hashtag the Shondas, hashtag triggers, whatever it is that we were talking about. And we will see you guys on Tuesday.
yes, good night.
Good night.